Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the East Brandywine Township Board of Supervisors AM meeting for Thursday, December 5th. Today's agenda, a reminder, a recording device will be used, and we are going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to start out with public comment for agenda items. Is there any public comment for agenda items?
Nobody's here to thank us for no tax increase?
Okay, second, minutes of previous meeting. Do I have an approval for the?
I make a motion we approve the minutes for the November 21st, 2024 Board of Supervisors meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we've all had a chance to go over the treasurer's report and authorization to pay bills. Do I have approval of
I
that?
make a motion that we are authorized to pay bills, payroll, etc.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have no old business, we have no new business, and we have no subdivision and zoning today, so we're going to turn it over to Tom Luke for the ordinance and resolution for consideration.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. On your agenda this morning are two resolutions related to our budget-making process. These are done every year at this time. There's a slight deviation from the order that's shown on your agenda. There's a mismatch between the resolution numbers and the resolutions, but both resolutions are aside from the number issue, they're as described. Using the numbers, starting with the low one and going to the first one, I'm going to start with agenda item B here, which is resolution 14 of 2024. This is a resolution that would establish the tax rate for the general township purposes, the tax rate for fire services, and the annual refuse and recycling fees for the year 2025. At your second meeting in November, the Board of Supervisors authorized staff to advertise a preliminary budget for public review. That ad has run in the newspaper, and anyone interested in reviewing a preliminary budget can do so at ebrandywine.org. The assumptions in that budget are reflected in that resolution. Specifically, a real estate tax unchanged from last year in the amount of 2.5 mils, a fire services real estate tax unchanged from last year at 0.53 mils, and increases to the flat rate fees for trash and recycling. The new rate for homeowners annually for trash will be $265 if this resolution is adopted, and $125 for recycling. That would make an average homeowner's monthly bill about $32 a month for trash and recycling services. The reason for the increase is that this summer we advertised for, did competitive sealed bids for a waste hauler. All bids received were higher than this year's service. And so there is an expectation that what we pay for collection will increase in January of next year. So with that introduction, I'd respectfully ask the board adopt Resolution 14 of 2024, establishing the tax rates and fees for 2025.
Make a motion to adopt the tax rates as presented for 2025.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You can just go ahead and continue.
So the second resolution this morning is Resolution 15 of 2024, which is a resolution authorizing and directing the transfer of unencumbered funds from the general fund to the capital reserve. This also is an annual activity, and to some extent, it represents the success of the board and the township committees and township staff in being prudent in managing the expenses of the township. The recommendation this year is to transfer $530,000 from the general fund checking account to the general fund capital reserve account. The second-class township requires that such transfers be done prior to the beginning of the next fiscal year and by resolution. So I'd respectfully ask the Board of Supervisors to adopt Resolution 15 of 2024.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 15 of 2024, transferring funds to the, transfer the funds to the capital reserve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I think he mentioned that.
Yeah, so, sorry. So I guess the audience at home on YouTube, the question from the audience was noting that this section had the resolution numbers incorrect. As I read them aloud, they were corrected. As they appear on your printed agenda, they are incorrect. Good catch.
Okay, do we have any public comment on agenda items? I'm sorry, non-agenda items. Seeing none, we're going to move on to notices. There was an executive session held on 11/21 to discuss real estate matters, and there will be a foundation meeting following this morning's AM session. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.